Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video it's going to be my Air Tycoon 4 series. Now last time we were setting up routes with the Boeing 777-300. We were doing it from New York I believe, or just in fact no, we were going from all just random places in the US, which had high satisfaction. We were going to Paris and then we started going to Amsterdam as well, so I kind of made like another little mini hub in Paris, as you can see there. So what I'm going to be doing today is I was thinking about why I am not getting as much money as I do in Norwich Airways, because I was at this point and I was making probably more, if not the same, sorry, if not more than I am now with JetUS. So I was thinking, well, what was different between them? And the thing is, I have another hub in Norwich Airways at this point. I set up another hub in the 1990s, so I need to set up another hub now if I'm going to try and get on that same level, because I do want to try and get $1 billion a year. That's going to be the aim for this series. I want to get 500 routes, which I'm actually quite close to getting to, and I think that I might do once I set up this hub, or not completely in this episode, but maybe in the next few episodes. But I want to be able to get $1 billion a year, a month, sorry, because if I can get that, well, that means we can get loads of planes very, very quickly, because even with long-haul planes, I mean, when I get 600 million now, what does that mean? That means I can pretty much get 2 777s in one go. And I mean, look at what Jet Britain was. The fact that I just completely messed it up, and I was so excited when I got 100 million a year. That was just it's completely weird. I keep on saying a year, it's a month. I've been watching too much of a Sky Storm playing Transport Fever. So I do believe we did order some other 777s last episode that we didn't actually get. Yes, we did. So we're going to be getting that, but I just want to get, I don't know, we'll get to July, and then I think we'll order some planes, because I know we're going to go through the low months right now, so we might need to go for a few months forward. 30 million. Okay. Well, yes, I don't really like doing this, because I want to set up as many routes as possible. What's been going on with the passengers? Is it just the passengers going down for some reason? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's my own passengers. What do I need to look at? I need to look at the World Traveller Index to have a look at this. Yes, they've been going down. They really have, haven't they? Why have they been going down? Did this happen? I don't know. Look at that. It peaked at 9/11, didn't it? What are we doing? We need to go through the months again. So, as I said, that's half the reason why. Because I'm not got any routes in these new places. Look at that. From 13 million right up to 218. So, as I said, the fact it's fluctuating this much is kind of showing that I'm not setting up that many routes, and it's I'm getting too concentrated on the US market, because I've saturated it loads now, and I don't really need to do it. I've got the E175, but that's not going to be replacing the Fox 70. It's going to be the E190. So I've got that 777 there. So as I said, I'm just going to go one more month, and then I should hopefully get. In fact, I might want to go through August actually. Yeah, because we want to get quite a few 777s here, and I do want to have some substantial routes set up, because I want to do. I want to get a few 777s in, so I'll need to go through the end of August as well, and then I want to order some planes and then get some A330s in as well, because then I can go from like I can go. All the hub's going to be from Tokyo. Not Tokyo, Seoul, but as in I'm going to be going to like Seoul to Tokyo or Seoul to Beijing or whatever, and I'm going to be using a A330 on routes like that. And in fact, that's sort of route. I mean, I could be using possibly a 777-300, because the 777-300, as I said, is replacing the 747. So I'm going to be treating these routes as I would do to set up the 777. So it'll be like Seoul to London, to New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, places like that. So I'm not going to be doing it I don't know, like I do with the 777-200. It's going to be completely different. But I managed to configure these planes to have that amount of seats. So we've got just under 2 billion. As I think now will be the right time to order some 777-300s. So let's go do that then. So we can get just 6 777s there, but we will have the other one which we have there. So as we're going through the turns, what I'll do is I will order some more A330s as well, so we can get them delivered. I won't just put them in and go, let's order some A330s or whatever, because that's what I would have done before. But I need to start thinking about actually ordering some planes in between the turns. So how much money do I have now? It'll be about nearly 400 million, I think. Yeah, quite a bit of the way there. So in fact, would I be able to get that many A330s? Because I'm thinking that wouldn't even be enough for 2, I don't think. Because how much are they? Yeah, that wouldn't even be enough for 2. So, do you know what? Should we save that or we could do it this episode. I'm not really saying that I don't want to do it this episode, but I think we need to save that for a little bit later. So let's go and do some A321s, because I know there is actually some pretty high satisfaction places all over Asia, and the reason why I go to Seoul is it's almost like the most central point. It's a place where you can just go all the way down through Asia, and it's just a really good place. Another place which I think would be good for that sort of thing is probably Singapore. Hong Kong could be good, but I mean pretty much I think Beijing's a bit too far out the way. Tokyo's a bit like really close to all the Japanese cities, and then you won't be able to go to any of them. So I just think that we need to set up routes from Seoul instead, and that will be where we could do these routes. So I think we can only get 3 of these if I'm right. Yes, we can, but yes, we will be ordering more of these as we go along. Let's just go into the next turn then. I won't wait for them to all be delivered at the same time. So what has actually happened is there's actually been an update since I was last playing this game and uploading. Yes, Air Tycoon 4 has updated, and I don't know if you noticed, but they made some of the text smaller, some of the banners. I think that's the only one I've noticed so far. So we've got this, and my tablet is shaking like it wants to boogie. Seoul is just kind of in the centre of everything. Literally, the only place you can't go to is like Chengdu near Seoul, but that's really small, and just about not this place here, which is only 737, but literally everything else you can go to, and they're quite popular. There are actually some quite popular places here, but yes, as I said, places like Shanghai, probably can as well, and Tokyo, I was going to say Taipei, but apparently not, and Hong Kong, and places like that. Jesus, look at Hong Kong now. Yes, places like that, they will be having the new routes, the A330 routes that I was on about. So let's get some more, let's actually start this hub in. I keep on saying words which I don't mean. It's because I'm trying to think of the sentences before I say it. I don't know, I just like to get everything out at once. I like to convey my message across as quickly as possible. Doesn't really necessarily mean, but I do it in the best way. So, right, what do we need to do? We need to get as many slots as possible. So I'm going to be getting 50. I'm very well aware that I won't probably be using up all of these. Like doing these 777s, but I probably will be actually doing it when we do the A321s. So I'll also need quite a few more counters. How many do I reckon? 3, maybe? I'll go with 4 and then 3 on the counters. Because this has 70% of what the counter does, so I will need actually only 3 of them. That should do for them. Then I need the maintenance space if I can actually build the bloody thing, and then I need the a lounge like that. Okay then, right, let's actually start doing some routes then. I think that I'll just go everywhere. I was going to say I'll go into the US mainly, but I don't know, I'll just go everywhere that I can with this plane, and then we can then start rolling in the cash with it. So I finally put all those in. So where exactly did I go? I went all over the place. What am I doing? 777, 300. We've got 16 of them now, so the fleet is starting to enlarge. So I went from Seoul to Chicago, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Shanghai, New York, Rome, and Paris. I started going long haul, but then I thought, hang on a second, because for some reason you pull in if you do shorter routes which have the capacity for longer haul planes. So like if I did a 747. Going from like Paris to London, I mean that could be a 11 million route, possibly even 12 million, but then going long haul it will only be about 9 million, but already around 10. Kind of weird, so I thought, well, why didn't I go? So the closest one I managed to do was Seoul to Shanghai, and that will probably pull in quite a bit. Paris was actually less than I thought it was in terms of popularity. Rome was still quite high, and then I thought, well, what about Athens? But that was lower as well, so they're not actually as high yet as I thought they would be, but I think I'm kind of used to going on Norwich Airways, where it's like the 2020s, and they're up very, very high. So yes, that is all of those put in. So as I said, I do have those A321s, so I am going to be ordering a few more of them. What I want to do is, in fact, what do I do? Do I order the A321s now? Because I want to get those in as well, but I also want to do the 777s now. What do I do? Do I order more A321s now? I guess I can, and then after Christmas, and then after a while then I'll just order some 777s, and then I'll be able to put those in there. And yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So we can only get one, but that is completely fine. So we've now just got 4 of those on order, so let's just go through the turns then. We'll have 3 of them. I think I'll just put them in there, then cut back to you, because there's no point in actually just putting in for time lapse when there's only 3 of them. Okay. Why are we becoming unprofitable? We literally set up 7 routes. I don't even know. What is happening to the passengers? This is what I don't understand. Look, they're going down like a rocket. What the hell is happening? I don't actually get it. I mean, I was having a go thinking, oh, why are the passenger numbers down? Look, the fuel price. Oh, yeah, that goes up. It's now blooming rocketing back down again. Look at the passenger numbers. They're blooming tipping down like a blooming jug of water. I don't know. Look at the passenger numbers. Look. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's been barely going up at all. Look at the 1990s. I set up loads of routes. I mean, look after 2002. I've been setting up loads of routes. That was after I put in the 777s, I think. And then, I mean, look what's happened now. That was meant to be, last summer, was meant to be really profitable after putting the 777-300s. And then, oh, God's sake. I don't understand. Why are they going down? Is it meant to do this? Look. It's so annoying. I don't know if you saw, but on those routes which I did, I actually put them up as full price, because if you do that, then you actually get way more income, as I found out. And do you remember that time when I whacked up the prices and I was like, oh, the passenger number's coming down? But did you see the profitability of it? And I just found my elbow on the desk. Did you see the profitability of them? They were like making 13 million. I was like, oh, but they only have 80% capacity. But they're still bloody profitable as anything. They're even more profitable than they would have been if you got 100% occupancy, but only at like 1.30 price. So I am going to be keeping these at full price. Right now they won't actually be full because it's we just came out of November. So I mean, if we have a look at something like Seoul to Shanghai, that will probably be dead. What? You're kidding me? Okay. Might want to put the prices down on them. Just I don't think I should really experiment with that anymore, because especially in dire times like this, I don't think this is really the times to be putting up this. So I mean, this is almost as bad as when we're going on with crisis. And then I bet another one will strike just as we're starting to recover. Another one will strike, won't it? I was doing so well in the 1990s, wasn't I? Setting up loads of planes, I was getting up in profitability, I constantly was going up, and now look what's happening. So, let me just set up these routes with these planes. I lower the prices on all the routes which I put 160, because I thought, oh, they'll be able to fill up the capacity, but apparently not. 15,000 that one was making. In fact, no, it's 12,000. Only 15% occupancy, so... yeah, let's actually sort this out. Right, so I put those in as well. So where did we go to? We've got 115 A321s now. Good grief, we have a lot. I went from Seoul to Nanjing, or however they pronounce it, Okinawa and Nagoya. So yeah, so just the first few that I'm going to be getting. So I'm just going to, we've got one more which we can put in, but I'm going to go and get some more 777-300s, because we need to do some more routes with them. I do believe, what was that? It was 650 million, I think. So I think we could be trying to pull out of this. The thing, I did actually check some other routes as well. I like the ones which I put in, but I did actually put those down. I mean, look at these now, it's probably 100% or something like that, but I completely just I just got rid of the capacity that was on there. Look at that, that's a lot better. I mean, it's nowhere near perfect, and besides it's Christmas, but as you can see, it's a lot better than it was. Apparently, why isn't it making as much as it would have done? I don't know. I have got quite a few seats that I'm demanding out of it, so that could be why. I think it might be better if I put 777-200 on that, to be honest. That might be a little bit too aggressive, because I'm only making 5 million out of that, and that's pretty much like the very, very top of an A321. I mean, I don't even think it can make that much, but yeah, I mean, the A321 makes a top of around like just under 5 million, so I don't think that would be the right thing to do then for that, but I hope that it gives it, I just want to give it a little bit of a chance. Hong Kong might be different. Yes, it is, but I mean, the 777-200 could do that as well, really. Because I mean, I'm looking at the prices more than the occupancy. I look at the profits first. If the profit can be beaten with more occupancy, like if it can still be beaten, but there's more occupancy, then I'll replace it. If it can't be beaten, even if there's higher occupancy, then I won't replace it. New way of doing stuff. And I've got an A321 there, and oh my god, I need to do this. They say, this is what happens when you try and demand a bunch of flights out of an airport and then forget that you'll probably actually need more counters and offices when you put these in. Good grief above. Right, let me just do another one of them, like that. No, I don't need that many. Yes, as you can see, I've actually made it so when I get the counters, like I only just go below when it's yellow. I don't just go below 15%. I don't even know why I did that. If you go below 50%, especially at large airports, then you're going to be adding excess costs, so you don't really need it. In fact, I don't think that'll be good. It's below 75%, that's when it starts to go yellow, and that was at 71. So if we just put that there, then that should be enough, because I mean, look at New York. I haven't actually put anything in New York for literally ages, because I'm just using up all the capacity that I put when I put in a load of them, because I was trying to get it below 50%. I think it's like at 65 now or something like that. We can have a look, but it's not anywhere near what it would be otherwise. So that's at 73, but that's just about coping. I just need another one, which will make that just about cope as well. Or I'll at least just with the capacity which it's got on it, because I've put in a 777-300 on that. So we'll have to just see how that goes. So I've got another A321. Let's go put that in. Then we'll think about ordering some more 777s. And in fact, we could just order that now. In fact, we'll do that. How many 777-300s can we order? In fact, it'll only be one. You know what, let's run this A321, and then I will go and start getting some more 777-300. So I just went to Sendai with that in Japan. So right now, let's go through just January, and then I'll order some, because I just want to be able to get two at least. I don't want to just be sitting there just with one, but I do want to be able to get that. And so we're getting we've got 452 routes, so we are getting there, but as I said, we need to be more profitable right now. So let's just get another 777, and I think I'll just start putting in 777s now. I mean, I was saying about the A321, but I don't think I need to. In fact, should I order 777-200s? Because there were some routes, like short haul routes, which I did, which didn't really need that capacity of 777-300, so I could downsize that and then just take the 777 that was originally on there and then set it up with other routes. And I guess, in fact, that sounds like a very, very good idea. Because, I mean, what route is it? Let's just have a look at what route it is. So, I know it's definitely Shanghai, because we already looked at that. Hong Kong, in fact, yeah, we did look at that, and that could be less. What about Bangkok? Is that any different? I didn't actually check Bangkok when I put that in. Yes, that can be different. I know that this is a little bit less than it would be, because we do have the wrong type of plane on there. Really, I think we need that. But to be honest, we should just do A330 with that. That's the thing. They're meant to be the same capacity. In fact, what is the capacity of the 777 or the A330? Because if it's massively different, then I could take advantage of that. So let's go from London, and let's just have a look at like the route to Paris to see how that's doing. But that's 747 on there. No, it's an A330, so let's just have a look at that then. So that is 273 seats on that. So then let's have a look at something like London to, I don't know, Charlotte, that should be, with the 777-200 right there. Do we have on that? 313, so that is a 40-seat difference. So, maybe we should use the 777-300s, 200s, as short-haul versions of the 777-300, because it's not really going to get up to that capacity, apart from in a few cases when it's literally 500 in both places, or like 600 possibly in one place. Also, I don't think if you know, but New York has 605 tour right now, so I mean, it's extremely popular, but I think we should use it for that. So you know what, we have 3 of those planes, so let's order 3 777-300s if we can. I think we just about should be able to. I don't know, but we then can just replace those, so we can put those 777-300s on other routes. And so yeah, we'll just have to we will have to sort things out. Yeah, I know that, and it was I've only just put them in, but we need to be as profitable as we can be, and they are all the right seats, I do believe. Yep, is that one? Because I remember one time I didn't actually, I changed the front seats. I remember I changed first class and business class, and I didn't change economy. So how much is 3? We do actually have enough for that. Ooh, yeah, we can actually carry out this plan there. So let's get those then, because then after that we can then get the 777-300. Because I mean, it's literally just a few routes with that. Because I mean, look at the amount of routes of the 747 that we had. There's not many from New York. There's a few. There's about a dozen at most. And I mean, we put in quite a bunch of them there. I mean, there is still a few places that we can go to with those last few, like go to Houston, well, not Dallas, so we've got Houston, Atlanta. Those are just 2 places which I didn't actually go to. But I mean, everything else, that needs to be with the 777-200, I think. Like, I think those routes which I did there, I was a bit too optimistic with the capacity which they could take, which apparently, in these sort of times of where the passenger numbers are lower than they normally would be, I need to kind of adapt to that. If we order, instead of the 777-300s, we should go back to the 200s then, and then we can just start going all over the US, we can go into Europe, we can do all sorts of stuff with the 777-200. It's very, very versatile. It's pretty much the sort of A321, but of long-haul routes, if you know what I mean, which I've got absolutely loads of them, and it can be put pretty much anywhere. And there we go, we have got the E190, and did I knock this? I probably did. I did then. Basically, I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to be using the E190 to replace the 470. And the only reason why I do that is because that's what KLM are doing. And yeah, it's really. I was thinking. I remember originally they were the E195, but I mean, I don't think I really need to do with that really if I wanted to. But I want to preferably do it with the E190. I've also got the E170 coming out, and I'm not going to handle the desk, so. We're not going to be using that one because that one's a too low capacity. What's the passenger numbers now? Are they going to go down? Am I going to go to negative profitability? Yes, I am! Are the passenger numbers still going down? Oh, yeah. Oh, come up this turn, yeah. Oh, that's made such a difference, hasn't it? Oh. What is it? Look, it's only done it once before. It went right down, then they went, oh, we're going to come up. No. Oh, we're going to come up, and then it'll just go, nope, and then there'll be an economic crisis, I'm sure. I mean, that will do. What will happen is, there'll be an economic crisis, and it'll go right down. And then I'll have to try and survive through that. And then once I come back up, then it'll shoot right up. There'll be A330s and A330s, A350s coming out, A380s coming out. Everything will be coming out, and then all passengers will be going up. But now, the time when I want to set up another hub, when there's no other planes coming out, oh, we're going to make the passengers low, so make it even more of a problem for you. And my voice broke about 20 times during that sentence. So, right, we've got this 777-300s now, so let's go and replace the 777-200s, I meant. Also on Shanghai, is that unprofitable? In fact, no, it's not. It's not, but yeah, that can be actually replaced with another aircraft. I think the only reason why it was like that on the Shanghai route, because I don't know, just put them in. I was just thinking, really? Are you actually that stupid? But, in fact, no, because I went on the Bangkok route and I had a look at that, and then that was like 1 million, so I don't know. Let's put the 777-200 on, so that should lower the capacity, but we can make more money than that. So let's do that then. I want Hong Kong as well. So let's put that on there as well, like that. And then we need to go to Bangkok as well. So, I mean, Hong Kong, in fact, should we just keep it on the one to Hong Kong? That's what I'm thinking, because, I mean, it's like 400, so I think it can actually take it. The only thing which is possibly worse in terms of that is just the fact that we're just going down in passengers right now, but I think we could do with the capacity on that route, because, well, what is it in Seoul? I think Seoul's like 400, yeah, look at that, 341 and 430, and then Hong Kong is, in fact, there's more than that. In fact, Hong Kong would be better to set up, so I think we can just keep that with the 777-300, we can just use that 200 to set up routes with, and so put it on with the youngest one, because I like to do that. I like the long 777-300. Favourite 777 variant, the 200 is it's alright, but I prefer the 300, it's a lot longer. And I was meant to put that on, I didn't mean to take that off. So right, we'll get that. So let's actually set up routes for them, and I didn't mean to click on you, Mr. Sir. Mr. Sir. Exactly what I meant. So yeah, let me just go and put these in. Right, 777-200, and we do have quite a few of them now. Good grief, I have to scroll right down to the bottom. So I went from Seoul, just replaced the other ones on the sea. I replaced it on the Shanghai and Bangkok. And then I set up a route to San Francisco. San Francisco was actually the first place which I thought I'd be able to set up with a 777-300, and then I saw it and I was like, no, I don't go back. So I went from with the 777-300. In fact, I'll have to look up. But I was wondering why it was a little bit different. It's the fact of the age of the planes, because I already had them in for a while, haven't I? So I went from Seoul to Atlanta and Honolulu with those planes, so we've now got those in. Yes, right, we should hopefully get a bit more income, which I'm hoping for. So what we're going to get in April, we're going to get about a bajillion minuses in profits, aren't we? Let's have a look then. Told you, this is as bad as the economic crisis. This is how bad it is. Look, we're setting up routes with the 777-300. We're setting up all these routes. We've got a brand new hub that we set up today. And also, although at the start of the episode, I was like, oh yeah, I had 4 hubs in Norwich Airways. I do in this one. It's just not in this one in JetUS. I have a short haul one in St. Louis. In JetUS here in Seoul, and I'm in minus profits. Great. This is great. So I can't even order any more planes. So let's order more 777-200s then, and then I think I'll leave the episode here because I want to try and get to... Look, when we pulled out of April before, I had 280 million. That's what I made. Look, we're even going down in blooming value. This is the thing. So look, we're going down again. This is the thing. Goes up. Oh no, we're going to go down now. It went up there. That should have been staying level. But no, it decides to bloody go down. What's the fuel price like? Oh, wow. it went low, pretty much at the same levels as it was before that massive spike, and then it's spiked up again, but it's now starting to come down a bit, so that's good. So right, what was I doing? I can't actually do anything because I don't have enough money for anything. It's bloody profits, that's the thing, I literally can't do anything. I'm doing as much as I can, I've kept my prices low. It's just literally just the passenger numbers. I can just about order 1 777-200 here, but that'll be it. So I am going to be carrying on setting up these 777 routes. I think that
I'm gay.
I'm going to be doing this, and I should hopefully manage to get as many routes as I can set up, and hopefully the passengers should be alright, and the money should be alright coming in, that I can actually be able to replace I should be able to replace my Fokker 70s pretty easily, but the main thing which I want to do is, and I can't get that, the main thing which I want to do is get A380, because that's going to be replacing a bunch of my 747s, and I mean a bunch, I don't think that there will be quite a few. I think there'll be quite a few routes which need the 777-300, but what I'm going to be doing, when I bring in the A380, I'm just going to be completely replacing the 747 altogether, because what I'll do is I'll just get a bunch of 777-300s now, because originally I was just going to go, I'm just going to replace my 777-300s, I'm going to replace my 747s, 777-300s, as well as setting up the routes, but I was like, no, just wait until the A380 comes out, and then you can replace the ones you need to do with the A380, so then you've not got about like 5 planes that need the need the A380 that are left in, when you replace them with the 777-300. So, yeah, hopefully this should just be what we do. What's going on? What's going on? And I need more counters in South Korea. Yep, we're needing more stuff, but it's basically, I am setting up routes. I am attempting to make more money. I'm not just sitting there placidly going, oh no, we're going out of profits, no! I am trying to make more routes, I am trying to make more money out of this, I am going to be setting up more long-haul routes because they are the money makers for the airline, so I'll just keep on doing that. I have got enough cars and everything in other places, so I don't need to spend any more money on that. I think I'll have the end of this episode here. We've done quite a bit today, and it might be a bit shorter than it normally is, I don't know, but remember when I said a few episodes ago, I was like, oh yeah, I want to make it so then I do more time lapses in these videos, and most of the time now, because I'm doing it, the reason why I couldn't do it, but mainly before, is because I get like barely any planes each time, as there's literally no point in it. But I am actually setting up more routes. Like the whole thing about the time lapse thing was it's just going to be like a side, of that I want to set up more routes because I was just setting up I was setting up 10 routes, then leaving it for a year, then setting up another 10, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. So at least we are setting up more routes, and then of course when I get into that plan, then I become more profitable. That will be the end of this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video if you decide to try that one as well. Bye.
Let's have a look.